Hi guys, hi YouTube again. Okay, so I just wanna start off apologizing because I know it's been a while since I've actually like made videos and things like that. I've just been like lazy here in Meridian. It sucks here sometimes, but that's a whole different story of A school life. So I wanted to give you guys like feedback on just boot camp in general, like the experience and stuff like that. For starters, I'm gonna apologize because I might say what and like a lot because I do that. I can't help it. It's a habit. But I'm just gonna give you guys like the rundowns about boot camp itself. If you have any questions, just leave some comments and all the good stuff. Subscribe if you want to. I have other type of things that I put on YouTube now and whatnot. But yeah, so anyway, this is about you guys as future sailors. The process and things like that is difficult, but to me, it's just like so worth it in the end. Okay, so I'm gonna start off talking about P days. These are the Bootcamp Chronicles P days, part 1. Okay, so the thing about P days is it's gonna be honestly the worst part of boot camp. It is the worst part of boot camp. Boot camp itself, like, you know, well, I'll get to that, but P days is actually like the worst part of boot camp because you're basically just going through the processing days. So during the processing days, the first time that you get there, they have you guys well, first they actually ask you guys if you have any like prior military, you know, experience, stuff like that. If you've done ROTC, they ask you if you've been a part of band, because when you first come in, if you already have like experience with band, this is only for some people because some people do it but they don't, you know, volunteer. If you have prior like military experience dealing with like rifles and things like that, you could be part of the color guard, which is you know, like the people that like present arms with the guns and rifles and stuff, which I think is like pretty dope. I'm not even gonna front, but I didn't have any experience, so it didn't really make any sense for me to volunteer to do it. Yeah, like if you just have like any experience, or like if you know, they're gonna ask you these questions, and when you get there, you can choose to do it if you want to, because like if you have like experience dealing with like music and stuff like that, your boot camp will be a different type of boot camp from everybody else, and which isn't a bad thing, you know. It's not bad. Like I know like my roommate was part of like a 900 division, which was like music and stuff like that, but whatever. Let me see. They're gonna keep you up you're gonna be up for 36 hours. So when your recruiter tells you to get some sleep, get some sleep. I highly recommend it. I know you're gonna want to party and drink and enjoy your life right that few days before you go, but I'm telling you, try to get as much sleep as possible because you're gonna be up, and that is the worst thing, because especially when you're not used to that type of life where you're just up all the time, yeah, it's gonna suck. It sucked for me, and I'm from New York City, and I like barely slept myself the majority of the time, but I was extremely tired being there. It's just sitting down and you're just waiting. That is majority what P days is. You are waiting, patiently waiting. Put the word together, because P days, whatever. So you should call it PW days, patiently waiting days, because you're doing a lot of paperwork. Also, what you're going to be doing in P days is you're going to be issued like the basic like attire, like uniforms and stuff. You won't get your NWUs, which is your Navy working uniform, which is this beautiful thing. This beautiful uniform. You won't be getting that, so I think probably like the second week, which is actually yeah, this is like the second week and stuff. Like the way that like you learn about like the way boot camp days are arranged is like 1 3-day would be week 1, day 3. 2 5-day would be the second week, and the 5th day, kind of like that. You will definitely so like you stay up for like after you stay up, you're gonna be issued uniforms. You're gonna have to like strip down. I'm telling you this right now. If you're not comfortable being around females, or if you're a guy and you're not comfortable being around guys naked, you will definitely have difficulty, because I'm telling you this right now, you're going to be showering every day with females and or males. I'm telling you this right now. And it's honestly, at first it was so uncomfortable, because you're just like, I don't, you know, like, I don't look at me like type stuff. But then you don't care, because you're just, they only give you a certain number of times to actually like shower and stuff, so you're just in, get in, get out, get in, get out, that's it. I mentioned this in like the last video that I had made for boot camp, was like I met the first RDC that like we met, which was Recruit Division Commander. The first one that we met, she said that there are 3 things to worry about in terms of surviving, having your military career, is shut up, do what you're told, and always be on time for like anything. That's it. Just like military bearing is like 100% part of like them all together, so definitely pay attention to those things entirely. Move your ass, actually, excuse my language, Lord. Just move your behind, because it's just rushing non-stop all the time. So okay, that was that. So when you're issued your uniforms and stuff, try to make sure that, you know, the things fit, and try to make sure they fit. Sometimes a lot of the stuff is going to be big, because like that's just the way like the uniform is itself. Like when I wear my uniform, like I'm not going to wear it entire, I'm not going to button it or anything, but like when I'm wearing it, I'm like, I went from being like, you know, all small, and like now like I look kind of wide and stuff. But that's only because that's the way like the uniform is. Because the way I see it is like, sometimes like in Chicago when it gets like really cold, they would have you guys like wear like turtlenecks like over this shirt, so that I didn't have to worry about that. Because the day that I graduated, I'm just trying to see the amount of time, the day that I graduated, it actually like it that's when like they started like having everybody like wear uniforms and stuff. Yeah, it looks like I'm just like waving, but I'm actually trying to like look at the time and whatnot, so I'll make sure like I try to keep this as short and simple to the point as possible. P days is probably like the worst part ever. Oh, I'm sorry, I might have to like muster, which is probably like the worst thing ever. Yeah, P days, you just really learn the basics of like everything, and you'll be stenciling. But when you get to that, you'll see, because stenciling is, it doesn't really sound bad. You just put your last name, comma, your first name, first initial period, your middle initial period. But when you got somebody yelling in your face to do it correctly to the point, it kind of sucks. And you're going to learn how to fold and stuff like that. And yeah, you're going to be, when you go to the chow hall, when you're actually able to eat, don't talk to anybody. Don't talk to anybody. You're gonna want to wait till after taps, so you can, you know, get to know people, but you have to do it discreetly, because you have the RDCs there who are like really mean. I'm telling you this right now, they're mean. Some of them are like, they're mean nice, because, you know, they have to be mean, but definitely, yeah. So I'm gonna get back to you guys as soon as I can about everything about P days and boot camp. This is the Bootcamp Chronicles.